Hi and fantastic Friday to each and every one of you. Y'all, today is Friday. It is Friday. The weekend is here. I don't know about you, but this has been a long week. And like I always like to say, it's been a productive week, but a long week nonetheless. So it is Friday. The weekend is here. I hope you all have great plans. And if nothing else, just get some rest and relaxation, okay? Now, before I go any further, I want to let you all know that today is my baby's birthday. So my daughter's birthday is today. Happy birthday, Nene. Mommy loves you. And just keep being the phenomenal person that you are, okay? Now, having said that, I told you all on Wednesday I was wearing a new lip gloss, and it was the color was chocolate, and it actually smells like chocolate. So the other two came in the mail on yesterday. So this one that I'm wearing today, it is called now these are new lip colors too. This one is called Baby Pink. It's number RZ11. It's called Baby Pink, and this is what it looks like. It's not giving pink on my lips, but you know, hey, they look soft. They look what's the word? Not subtle, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They just look nice, so I'll take it. Plus, it doesn't look like I've been eating a big plate of fried chicken, greasy fried chicken at that. But it's a new color by Ruby Kisses Lip Oil Booster. This is what it looks like, and it's on Amazon. I want to say it's like $4.99. This is not sponsored, but if you want to check it out, because they have a ton of colors to choose from. Now, having done that, let's jump into today's car conversation. And because some of y'all probably won't stay to the end, although you should. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up because it helps the algorithm. Now, let's jump on in. So today I'm going to be talking about Stoic traits of a strong mind. Stoic traits of a strong mind. Number one, I actually have 6 things to share with you, and I'll let you be. Number one is resilience. Be like a tree bending in the wind, adapt to life's challenges, and then bounce back stronger. This is something that we all need to be reminded of. Life gets to lifing from time to time, and it will have you bending forwards and backwards, left and right, up and down. But the key is you have to learn to be flexible and go with the flow of things. It's just like if you're driving down the street and that sign says detour, you can't keep going straight, so you've got to either go left or right, depending on the way the sign is sending you. And you've got to say, all right, you know what, not a problem. I can detour here and I'm still going to end up at my final destination. So you've got to learn to go with life. The sad part is that too many people get knocked down and they stay down. They get detoured, but they never get back on track. This is a new year, you guys. I can't stress that enough. It's a new year. So what we're not going to do is continue to be detoured or getting off track and not getting back on track. This is your year. Come on now. Number 2, perspective. When you face a setback, see it as a chance to grow like a seed in soil. Find the opportunity in adversity. As I said, that Willie Jolly has a book out, and I read that book years ago, and it's actually on my list of books to reread, and it's called A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback. Life, like I said, happens. It happens to all of us, and more times than not, it happens at a time when you weren't expecting it to happen. But you have got to learn to be, what did I say? It's about your perspective. I'm sorry, I was thinking about the first one, but it's about your perspective. So when life happens, you've got to look at it and say, okay, you know what, this happened, but then immediately ask yourself, God, why is this happening? What is it that you want me to know? What is it that you want me to see? I believe that I know for a fact that nothing ever just happens. Everything happens for a reason. And so it's all about perspective. If you look at it as, well, you know, I lost my business, I lost my job, I lost the relationship, I lost my car, whatever it may be, again, it's about perspective. You've got to sit down Get quiet and ask God, what is it that you want me to learn from this experience? And I'd be willing to bet you that God has, well, I already know he's got something better for you, but I'd be willing to bet you there's something that you didn't see that God saw and he wanted you to get it. So in order for you to get it or to see it, he had to let some things happen. Number 3, discipline. Be the sculptor of your thoughts and actions. Shape them with purpose and master your impulses. We have to have discipline. If you know that you are saving for, I'm gonna say something big, but it could be something small too. Let's say you're saving for your vacation. You want to buy a new car. You want to buy a new home. Maybe you want to move to another apartment or a condo, or you want to invest in your business. Whatever it is, you have to have discipline with your money. So that means that you can't be out here just spending money on every little thing. Now, my hand is raised because during COVID, I didn't have very much discipline. Okay, let me just keep it real. And every week I was ordering something from Amazon, so much so that the young man showed up at my door and he said, "Hey, I'm back again." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So now you know I'm doing a lot of shopping, because like for a couple of months, every time I turned around, he was the one delivering my packages. And so, but I had no discipline. I had nothing else better to do. So I just went on Amazon and I was shopping for things. Some of the things I actually needed, but most of them were just things I wanted. So, but we have to have discipline. If you want to save for that, whatever that thing is, you've got to be disciplined enough to not be spending money everywhere you go on stuff that you don't need. Now, if it's a must, we have to have toilet tissue. We have to have, I'm going to say paper towels, but depends on what you dry your hands with. You might decide to use the napkins that you get when you go out to eat to dry your hands with. I don't know, and I'm not judging, but there's some things you have to have. You have to have toothpaste. You have to have a toothbrush. You have to have deodorant. You get where I'm going with this? So the things that you have to have, purchase. But if it's not something that you really have to have, then don't spend your money. And God forbid we have to stop the impulsive buying. Excuse me. You know how you go in the store and you weren't going to buy anything, but you go in the store and you're like, "Oh, I like this. Let me just get one of these." And then you go down another aisle. "Oh, I like that. Let me get one of those." And before you know it, you have a whole cart of stuff that you didn't even go in there for. And the stuff that you went in there for, you didn't get. So it's all about discipline. Or here's another one. Let's say you are determined that you're going to get your degree or finish up your degree this year. You've got to have discipline, because that's what it's going to take for you to get in those books, to study, to go to class, take notes, all that other good stuff. Because in order to get that degree, you've got to be disciplined. If you're trying to lose weight, you've got to be disciplined. That means that some of the things that you normally eat, you're not going to be able to eat. Or you could have a cheat day and maybe only have it once a week. But again, in moderation. It's all about discipline. Number 4, wisdom. Absorb knowledge like a sponge and apply it to your life. Learn from every experience. I can't stress that enough. Any experience that you have, good, bad, or indifferent, doesn't matter. You need to learn something from it. There is not a time in my life when I've gone through something that I didn't sit back and look at the bigger picture to figure out what was my takeaway from it. It may not always feel good, but you need to learn from every situation that happens to you. Every no that you've received, you need to learn something from that. Every yes that you receive, you need to learn something from it. It's just like putting out content creators. You have to learn that when you put out content, people are not going to like everything you put out. And that's okay. Because the ones that need to hear what you put out, they're going to hear it. And those that don't, well, they just won't. But you can go back and say, okay, I put out this type of content and it gets great views, but this type of content doesn't get as many views. So what are you learning? Well, you're learning that you need to do more of A and a little less of B. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about wisdom. Number 5, courage. Channel your inner lion. Face your fears head on and stand up for what's right, even when it's tough. Come on, somebody. We're all going to experience some tough things in life, but you have to stand up for what is right. You should not allow anybody to make you feel bad about standing up for what's right for you, or even if you're standing up for somebody else. You've got to do that, because if not, you will always sit back and watch the world pass you by because you're not bold enough to stick your chest out and stand up for what's right. If you know that you didn't deserve to be treated a certain way, you need to stand up and speak to that person and say, listen, I don't know what you think you're talking to, but I'm not the one. I'm not being rude to you, so please don't do it to me. Don't let people just treat you any kind of way because you don't want to make waves. You don't want to cause problems. I don't either, but I will. Because what I won't do is allow you to be disrespectful to me, especially if I'm not being disrespectful to you. Always, always know that you need to have courage and stand up for yourself. And every now and then you may have to stand up for somebody else. Number 6, last but not least, adaptability. Flow with change like water. Thrive in any situation and embrace the unknown. As Epictetus once said, first say to yourself what you would be and then do. He says, first say to yourself what you would be and then do what you have to do. Come on, somebody. Let's unpack that real quick. Adaptability. You have got to be able to adapt. Again, as I said before, life gets to life and it will catch you off guard sometimes. So you've got to be able to adapt. So perfect example of that would be maybe the job that you applied for 2 jobs. The one you really wanted selected somebody else. And so the one that it was okay, but it's not what you really wanted, they selected you. Well, you've got to adapt because job A didn't want you. And that's all right. That's their choice to make. So you get into job B and you adapt. And guess what? You be the best, whatever that job title is that you can be. And you adapt to that environment until something else comes along. It's just like with life in general. Just look at the world we live in today. And I don't have time to unpack that, nor do I talk politics on my channel. But just look at the world that we're in right now. So much is going on. So what do? Fold up and hide in your closet until we get another president in the White House? No, you've got to adapt. Again, you've got to go out your house every day after you thank God, hold your head up high, and you adapt to the changes around you. Don't let them get in you to the point where you just, like I said, you just act like you can't function. You have to adapt, sweetie, because that's what life is all about. It's about adapting. You may go out your house in the morning and it's blazing hot, but by midday, it's gotten cold. So what are you going to do? You're going to adapt, right? Simple as that. So listen, everything I've shared with you, I will have it in the description box. Please make sure, like I said, that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And if you have, I thank you so very much. And again, I want to thank each and every one of you that subscribed to my channel on last month. I saw that report. I thought, wow, okay, I'll take that. So thank you all so very much for supporting me in all that I do. And just know that I do what I do because of each and every one of you. I love you all so much. I wish you really truly knew how much I love each and every one of you. And I know you're thinking, but Michelle, we've never met. You don't even know me. You're right, I don't. I don't have to know you personally to know that I love God's children. And I want nothing but the best for you all. This is why I do what I do, because I want to encourage you never to give up on yourself, never to give up on life. Honey, it ain't over until God says it's over. And yes, I said ain't. So as long as God gives you breath, I need you to get up, thank him, and then go out there and be the best you that you can be. And if you have to adapt, then daggone it, adapt. But don't you dare give up, okay? Having said, I was going to say something else and then I lost my thought. But having said all of that, I'm going to let you be because I have 2 more videos to record and then I need to get on to the gym. Go out there, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And today is a very tricky day because the sun is out. It's beautiful, but I don't know if you can see the leaves blowing out this window. The wind is whipping, and it is 38 daggone degrees. But I'll take the sun any day, okay? But go out there, enjoy the rest of this day. Enjoy your weekend. And like I said, go out there and do some great things. And you know what? I'm going to give you a little homework because I love giving homework. This weekend, I want you to really look at your life and take the things that I shared with you. They'll be in the description box. And I want you to really think about how you are applying them to your life. I really want you to do that. Sit down and think about, because the reality is next Friday is the 29th, which is the last day of February, which means on next Saturday, it's the 1st of March. And we're already in the 3rd month of the 1st quarter. You see how time is ticking by? And it gets away from you if you're not careful. So I really want you all to take this weekend to stop and think about the things that you've accomplished already this year and the things that you want to accomplish between now, today, and the end of the 1st quarter. Okay? I want you all to do that for me. Having said that, I love you all to the moon and back. There's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you could ever do to change that. Because I love you. I want nothing but the best for you. And we'll talk again tomorrow. Till then, take care.